Boss Fight Gaming. Get ready. Fight!
Hello guys, welcome back to our fourth and final achievement guide for Beast Quest on Xbox. We are finishing off the achievements here on this game. Hopefully you've made it this far and you've got all the achievements so far. And this achievement guide, this part of the achievement guide will just be finishing off all the last achievements in the game and going back and just making sure that we haven't missed anything. So load up your save file and then let's jump in. So once we spawn in guys, we should be next to this fire in the new little village that we just made it to. Once we are in, we're going to come up here and speak to this guy here with the bald head brick, I think his name is. And he's going to request us to collect 3 tree saps. No, sorry, not 3, 10 tree saps. And we're going to speak to this lady who's going to ask us to get 15 orc eggs. Then we're going to speak to the shopkeeper and we're going to try and buy some more health upgrades. So if you got any money, enough money to buy health upgrades, buy them. If you've already bought all your health upgrades, then go and buy the Brave. I think it's called Brave. The yellow ones, upgrade those. Once we've accepted those quests, we're actually going to fast travel to the second fire on the map. So fast travel to the second fire on the map. And we're actually going to sort of make our way around these bad guys since we no longer need them. If you haven't got your achievement for killing all of those just yet, then please feel free to fight them. If not, then please run around and start fighting these birds just here. Again, these birds are weak to ice, so I would recommend doing your ice attacks. Once we've killed them, we're going to fast travel back up to the snow area. And then we're going to fast travel back. The reason for this is if we leave the area, it spawns the enemies back. I'm actually going to fast travel to the first area because I think this might be a little bit quicker. So fast travel to the first area. Make your way past the shopkeeper. Once you head past the shopkeeper, head up to the north. Up this path as if you're leaving the village. So just keep heading north. And then just here on the right hand side, we've got some rocks and stuff. If you just head up this little grassy area and then head over to the right, you should be back where the birds are. This way we can kill them pretty quick using our ice stack and get some more eggs. So that's 6 of the 15 eggs. We're going to just rinse and repeat this. So we're just going to fast travel back out the area to the snow area. And then once we've loaded into the snow area, we're just going to fast travel back to that original first map. So once we spawn back in, we're going to do the same again. Just make your way past the shopkeeper. Either head up the steps here or head up the path to the left. And then head north. Once you get through the gates or the archway, we're going to head up this little grass hill again. And just head to the right. And we're going to take on these birds again. Again, they are weak to ice. That will help you get your orc eggs. And now we're on 9 of 15. I'm not going to make you watch me do that again. But that's what you will need to do again to get all of the eggs. So once we've done that, we're just going to fast travel back to the village that we're in previously. And we're going to head up to the lady with the green marker above her head. This is where we're going to hand our quest in for completing the collect 15 hawk eggs. So hand those over and then we're going to go down to our map. And we're going to fast travel to the third fire to the north from the beginning. If you don't know what I meant by that, please just go and watch what I just did and fast travel to the south, the third fire up. Once we've spawned in, we're going to be in this goblin area. And as you'll notice, around some of these white trees on the floor, we have this maple syrup looking honey golden syrup stuff. So we're going to go around and collect that. You can see it on your map by looking at the gold markers on your map. So just go around and collect all this. You don't have to fight the hawks. I'm calling them hawks, not even hawks. The goblins. You don't even have to fight the goblins. However, they are awkwardly placed, which means you probably might have to fight some of them. I just fought them anyway, just to get rid of them, get them out of the way, just so they weren't in the way while I was trying to collect these. But it's completely up to you whether you want to avoid them or fight them. So as I mentioned before, there is 10 in all to collect, and they're all found within this area. There is one behind this tree here, or near this tree here, should I say. And the next one is all the way, I've actually missed one, it's all the way back over this direction, down by this golden chest. Again, if you are struggling to find any of them, just take a quick look at your map. If you can't quite see it on your mini-map, then just have a walk around and eventually you should be able to see it. As I mentioned, they are all in this area. If you want to open any chests, feel free, if you have the keys for them. Once we've collected all the syrup, the whatever it's called, the oak tree sap syrup, sap, that's it, sap. Once we've collected all the sap, fast travel back to the village, and we're going to go and speak to this guy with the green marker above his head. Once we've spoken to him, we're going to come back down and speak to these two. So we're going to start 2 new missions, which is this one by Vinci, which is 15 Drake scales. And we're going to speak to this lady here named Enya. If you accept the quest, she's going to ask you for 1 rare pepper. Now, technically, you should or may have the achievement for collecting all the quests in the game. So you technically don't need these if you've got that. If you haven't, however, just follow along anyway. They're not really off the path anyway, so just follow along. We're going to fast travel back to the second village. And in this village, we're going to actually go to the bounty board. And we're going to start doing our bounties now. If you don't know where the second village is, please pause the video on when I was on the map and fast travel to the second village. Once we've accepted our first bounty, we're going to head north and then follow the path that leads back down to the west. And we're just going to follow the path down sort of southwest now. And then eventually it starts going back to the south. And then the gate is to the west. We've been here before, so hopefully you know where I mean. So yeah, just keep following it around. And then head off in this direction to the west. So this is the second village, as I mentioned. Avoid any fights if you can. You should already have the achievement by now. Fly over this water to avoid any other fights over there. And just keep following it around until you get to this little narrow passage. And then head to the south. Follow this narrow passage to the south. And just around the corner there should be a wolf. Just a standard wolf. We can't really avoid him, so we're going to kill him. And then we are going to, in fact, press pause quickly. And we're going to switch our allies to Arcta, I think his name is, instead of Nanook. And we're also going to upgrade any critical attack points. Again, down at the bottom there. And if you've got enough points to upgrade any of your shields, please do that. And then also, if you've got any spare points, maybe buy a bit of this green over here. Basically, what I recommend doing there is just watching that a couple of times, see what I did and purchased, and then just copy it if you can. If you don't have enough points to do that, maybe go and fight some enemies and stuff. But it's nothing major. You can get these most of the way through anyway at the end. Anyway, that was our bounty just there. As you can see, the wolf was glowing dark, shadowy. So that's where that first wolf was. So yeah, make sure you kill that wolf. And then we're going to head back to the second village. And we're going to go over to the bounty board and cash in our bounty. We'll get 200 coins for this. And our rank will slightly increase. And we will get achievement for killing 1 bounty. But we need to get them all. So we're going to click back on the bounty board. And we're going to accept the wind golem bounty. So yeah, accept that wind golem bounty. And then we're going to fast travel. So go back to your map. And we're going to actually fast travel to the... I'm going to say just follow me on the map. Because it's very difficult to say which one I'm going to actually be meaning. So just have a quick look at the map there. Which one I went to. And then follow where I went. Once you're spawned in, you should be next to this fire. We're just going to head straight to the east. So just head to the east as soon as you spawn in. There is a couple of chests here. If you want to open them, feel free. I'm going to glide over the water. And then glide over all these little places here. There's a spider just around the corner. So we're going to have to take the spider on. And then we're just going to follow it down and around. Again, heading to the east. Just going to quickly check my challenges here. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything. You guys don't need to worry about this. Anyway, so keep heading to the east and then head north. There is a golem here. So we're just going to quickly take on this golem. Once the golem's dead, we're just going to start heading north again. Again, chest there. If you want to open it, feel free. If you have a key, it's probably worth it. If you don't worry about it. So yeah, we're going to head north a bit further. Just keep going. Through this small, narrow passage. There is an enemy on our left and right, but we're going to ignore. In fact, no, we're not. Let's go kill him. We'll go kill him on the left. Kill the golem on the left. Open the chest if you have a key. Once that's done, we're going to head to the east. Don't go back the way you came. Make sure you keep going east and then head towards this golem. Take this golem on. And then keep heading around. Follow the same path. Heads east a little bit, then it starts to head back to the north. So now we're just heading north, and there's another golem here. I'm going to take this guy on as well. And then we are going to open the chest here, if we can. Now we're going to head north and then east again. There is a red drake here. We're going to take the red drake on. Red drakes are weak to ice, I believe. And wind, I think. So ice and wind. Then we're just going to follow it around to the south towards this red chest on the map here.
Ooh, love me some loot.
The iron chest on the map, or bronze chest, sorry. And then we're going to go across the water. So, fly across the water, which is to the east. We're going to take on this golem. And there's a big white wall in front of us. We're going to climb the wall. And then at the top is our shadow golem for our bounty. So we're going to take this guy on. You can tell it's him because he's got glowing red eyes. I am going to use my special attack on him, which means I've now used this Beast Companion towards my achievement. Once the golem is dead, that means another bounty is complete. You can open that chest there if you want, if you've got a key. And once you've opened it, we're going to fast travel back to the village. So, we're going back to the second village, which is this one on the map. Fast travel back to the second village. Once we're in here, we're going to go back to the bounty board, which is right in front of us. We're going to hand in our wind golem quest. And we're also going to go down to our equipment. In fact, no, we're not. Let's click back on the bounty board and click to accept the new quest, which is the rogue bandit. Once we've done that, we're going to start heading south. So turn around directly down. Turn directly around and start heading down the steps and stuff. And so start to head towards the original way we came in. So just keep heading south as if we are going to leave the village over here. And just keep going this way. And then head out of this way through over the bridge. Once we get over the bridge, we're going to go slightly left as if we're looking at the screen. And we're going to head towards the spider over here on the left. Take on the spider. And we're going to go keep heading south. And we're going to take on this spider just around this corner too. And then once we've done that, we're going to actually start heading east. So start following the map to the east. There is 2 chests here just before we jump over this sort of gorge. Please feel free to open the chests. And then we're going to jump over the gorge using our glide to get over. So glide to middle platform, then glide to the next one. And then in this area is actually some of our goals. So we're going to actually take on some of these rogues anyway. These rogue bandits. We're going to take on some of these bandits because we actually do need them towards our ruby goal. So we're also going to take on... This is the guy that we're looking for here, the bounty. The one that's glowing in dark shadow. But the other guys around here do actually have rubies that we need towards one of our quests as well. So it makes sense just to take these guys on. So kill all the bandits in this area and hopefully you will get a few more rubies. If not, don't worry too much about that. Okay, so as you can see there, I only got 1 ruby. You guys might have got all of them. Some of you will be lucky enough to do that. Some of you might not even got any. I'm just going to head up on top of this sort of pillar over here and open this chest. Just so I can get a bit of extra money. I'm going to glide over to this one here as well, this gold one. And hopefully open this one to get a little bit more extra money. I did get an accessory in there, but it's nothing, again, you don't really have to worry about those. You don't have to equip them at all, really. I don't really think they make that much difference. Not enough for you to warrant having to mess with them too much. And then I'm going to collect that other chest behind that pillar. I'm then going to fast travel back to the second village. And I'm going to hand in this quest again. So just hand in the quest here at the quest board. And that will complete the quest for the bandit rogue. There is another... I'm just going to quickly speak to the shopkeeper over here. And I'm going to buy this health potion upgrade for myself, which is the last one. And hopefully you can as well. If not, don't worry too much about it. You might already have it, I don't know. Then we're going to go back to the quest board and start our new quest, which is the Goblin Spear quest bounty. We're going to go to our map. And if you follow me on the map, we're actually going to fast travel to this one over here on the left. Again, it's always worth watching keeping the video about a minute ahead of where you're at. So anyway, once we spawn in there, we're going to head north under this log. And then we're going to keep going north under the bridge. So head under the bridge here and then start heading to the right. And then we're going to climb up this rock over here, which was originally that puzzle that we did. There's some more bounties up here, so we can kill them towards trying to get our ruby. So we might as well do that. Hopefully you got a ruby there. If not, again, don't worry too much about it just yet. We'll go back and get those soon. And if you already got the achievement for that anyway, you probably won't need it anyway. So yeah, we're just going to head across this bridge. And then we're going to head under this log. And waiting for us just to the other side is a friendly spider. So we're just going to take on the spider. You probably... I don't think you can avoid it actually. I was going to say you can avoid it. I don't think you can. And then just follow it around here. And I did try to avoid these spiders, but it did put me in a fight with them anyway. Again, these guys are all weak to fire and ice. I think ice more so it's worth using them. Now we're going to jump across here. This one can be very temperamental. If you fall, sometimes it actually leaves you down the bottom. And you can't leave unless you fast travel out the area, which is a pain because you have to fast travel all the way back to the fire, then make your way all the way back here. So try to be a bit careful on those jumps. I know it can be a pain because of the mechanics. Anyway, once we've got across, there are some enemies. But the one that we're actually looking for is here at the back in the middle. So we are actually going to take on this goblin here with the black smoke around him, the black shadow. And that will be our quest complete. So yeah, finished doing that. Now, we are going to fast travel straight out of the area. We're going to go back to the second village, which is this one. So fast travel back to the second village. Once we're back in the village, we're going to go back over to the quest notice board, the bounty notice board, and we're going to end in our notice, our quest bounty, should I say. So hand in your quest bounty and accept the new one, which is the skeleton sword. Once we've accepted the skeleton sword, please fast travel to this marker on the map, the fire on the map that I've just been on. Please fast travel to there, and then it'll spawn us here at this fire, and we need to head over to the east across these jumping blocks. Be careful not to fall. So once we cross these jumping blocks, I would recommend jumping over this wall, otherwise you will start to climb down, which is 10 times slower. So just jump over the edge of that wall there. If you did start to climb down, climb to the top and then just jump off. It saves you so much time. Once you're over there, just keep heading around here and over these jumping blocks too. There is a red drake coming up. We are going to take on this red drake. So take on drake number 1, then continue to head south, and then take on these 3 red drakes just here. Again, we do need to kill drakes towards one of our mission. Once we get to kill those 3, we're actually going to head across this jump over here. I actually fell off and hit myself there. But yeah, just come across here and you'll see the shadow skeleton in the distance. We're going to take on the shadow skeleton for our bounty. And there he is. Shadow skeleton killed. So once our friendly neighborhood spider, skeleton killer is dead, we're going to fast travel back to the village. And in the village we have the bounty board again, so we're just going to click on that and cash in our bounty. So there we go, skeleton done. Now that is all of the bounties in this area, so we're actually going to fast travel to the snow realm. The village that is at the snow realm. So fast travel to the village at the snow realm, and then we're going to come over to the bounty board, which is located behind us. Come over to the bounty board and accept the first quest, which is the frost spider quest. Now once we've accepted the frost spider quest, we're going to fast travel to this marker on the map, so please pause the video there to see where I went. Once you spawn in, we'll be at this crossroads, and we're actually going to head to the east. So make sure you head to the east across this narrow path. Carefully don't get stuck on a rock like me. Head across this narrow path, collect the key just here, and then start heading north. You can open the chest if you like. Again, your prerogative. Right, and then just keep heading north. There is a spider here on the right hand side, which is our friendly spider, shadow spider. So that was pretty easy to find. You may have come across another spider between here and there. I can't remember if there was one that I might have cut from the video. But either way, this is where the spider is. Come here, kill the spider. Once Mr. Spidey's dead, we're going to go back and cash in our bounty. So fast travel back to the snow village, which is right there. Again, the quest board is just behind us, the bounty board is behind us, so we will need to turn around. Come over here and cash in the frost spider bounty. And then come back to the bounty board and start our next quest, which is the Arctic Wolf quest. Go down to your map and fast travel to the same fires that I do, which is the second from the top on the snow area. And once you start spawn in, head straight south, so head back on yourself, away from the fire, and just keep following it down and around. Now there is a blue golem here, a blue drake. You can actually avoid him by going to the far left and heading behind the tree trunk, and just keep following it round. So yeah, just keep heading south when you can. Try to get past that drake, as you just saw. I did try to climb over these rocks to get around this golem, but you can't, so just fight him, you'll be fine. Open this chest over here if you can. Unlike me, I can't, so I'm just going to skip that. And then I'm going to jump down here where the puzzle was originally, and then I'm just going to keep heading south. Just keep heading straight across if you can. Try to avoid fighting the goblins. They are quite close together, so be careful there. You don't worry if you do fight them. And once you've fought them, just keep heading south. You'll head through this little tunnel here. Directly south, that was. Another chest there, and then over here there is a golem. So we're going to come take on this golem. I tried to get past him again, but again, you can't there. If you can, good for you. If you can't, then just fight him like I did. And just keep following it around and head over this bridge. There is a little bridge here. I was looking at the mini-map, that's why I was walking into the wall, in case you wondered. But yeah, just keep heading across the bridge, and then right here is another golem. We're going to take this guy on. Ice golems, which are the blue ones. I call them ice golems. They are weak to fire, just to remind you. And just keep heading east. Now there is another guy just here, and this is actually the one that we're looking for. This is our snow wolf. So we're going to take on the snow wolf. Again, you can tell it's him because he's got bright red eyes and he's covered in shadow. So yeah, take on the snow wolf to get our bounty complete. Okay, so once our little wolfy friend is complete, defeated, we're going to fast travel back out. So let's go back to our map. We're going to go back to the snow village. I was going to say second village again. The snow village. Once we're back in the snow village, we're going to back to the bounty board, which is just behind us. So head back behind us to the bounty board and in your quest for the Arctic Wolf. Once that's done, we're then going to start a new quest, which is the Ice Golem. So don't forget to start your next quest. I have actually done it before where I've fast traveled away and actually forgot to start the bounty and had to come all the way back. But anyway, once we've accepted our new bounty, we're going to actually fast travel to this fire. Please do look at that on the map. We're back at the crossroads. So yeah, we're back here. We're going to head east again. So we're going to go back this way and head across this little bridge again. We've been here before. And we came for the spider. But this time we're going to go straight across the east and actually glide across this area. So just glide across there. And then glide across that one. Again, you may need to pause on the map to see where I went. And just down here, directly in front of us, we have the golem. So right here. Just to point out, guys, by showing you where all these bounties are, I have, believe it or not, saved you hours and hours of trying to find where they are. So please do consider subscribing. Maybe hit that like button for us if you can. But anyway, once we've completed that golem, we are actually going to fast travel back to the village again, the snow village. Let's go back to the snow village and head back to the bounty board to hand in our bounty. So there we go, handed in the Ice Golem bounty. That one was pretty straightforward. Once we've completed the Ice Golem bounty, we're just going to come back and click back on the notice board to start the Ice Drake bounty. So yeah, click on that to start that Ice Drake bounty. And we're going to actually fast travel out the area again. So if you bring up your map, like I said, and when we go to our map, we're actually going to fast travel to the second from last snow area again, which is the one with the skeletons again. And this time we're actually going to go ahead to the west. So past the skeletons in front of us to the west. And we're just going to actually follow it around towards this gold chest. You can open the chest if you have the key there. And once we open that, we're just going to fly over here. So fly over like this, using your shield. And again, you can open the chest if you like. We are going to take on this golem. So you can use fire attacks to do a lot of damage. And just keep following it around. And just around this corner there will be another golem. Oh no, not golem, sorry. It's a goblin this time. Kill that goblin. And then just keep following it around. Got another goblin here. Kill that guy. And then just keep following it over. Now there is a golem here in the middle of the bridge. We're going to take on him too. And then we're going to take on this golem. Not this golem, this goblin. Golem goblins. Too many gobbles. So we'll follow this gobbly path. And just keep following it around. And follow it down to the south. Now there is a key here. I would recommend picking that up. You might as well. And then just keep following it down and head up this climbing wall. I'm going to take on this bird, keeping in mind that the darker birds are weak to ice. The white birds are weak to fire. Bring up your skills, and we're going to spend a bit of money here if we can. And we're actually going to buy the third green attack. The second sword attack, as you saw there. Please go back and watch that a couple of times to keep and try and follow what I did. Kill that bird, and then keep heading south and follow it round. And you'll come up against these 3 birds. We're going to kill those as well. Again, we're going to try and open the chest if we can. So yeah, get that chest open. And then we're just going to head south again. And just keep following this same path we've been following. So just keep following it to the south. Taking on a few more birds here. There's the chest to our right. If you want to get that, feel free. I'm not going to bother. We're just going to take on these blue drakes. Maybe open this chest here since I'm right next to it. Once I've got that, I'm just going to keep following the path. Heading out to the east now. And just keep following it around. As you see in the distance, there are some birds. This is quite a narrow path, so be careful you don't fall off. But don't worry too much. I'm going to avoid these birds here. And just keep following the path around, back out to the east. I'm going to jump across these pillars. These columns, whatever you want to call them. We're going to head across those. There is a drake in front of us. We might as well fight him. I don't think we'd make it around him anyway. So take on that blue drake. And then follow it round where it starts to head back to the south again. Another blue drake here again. The path looks a little bit too narrow to be able to avoid. We did get a drake fang there, which is good because we need some of them towards our goal. Keep following it around. And you will see this blue shadowy drake, which is the drake that we're actually looking for, which is towards our goal. So we're going to take on this drake and get our bounty complete. And then once we've done that, we're just going to come and open this chest. In fact, no, we're not, because I don't have a key. Anyway, so let's just get back out and fast travel back to the snow village. So once we've killed the snow drake bounty, we fast travel back to the village, come back to the bounty board, and hand in our ice drake bounty. Because that is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to fast travel to the third village, which is over here in the northern mountains. So we're going to fast travel to the village in the northern mountains. And once we're here, we're actually going to go and head up to this guy in the red with a green marker above his head. Hopefully you've managed to find the ingredients by doing the fights that I've done. If you haven't got this yet, you may need to come back at the end of the game to hand in whatever ingredients you've found to get that achievement. It is a little bit hit and miss because the ingredients, again, are very random when you're fighting the bad guys. If you are wondering which ingredients it is that you need, please go to your quest and go down to the ingredients challenge mission, and it will tell you which ones you need. Anyway, you should have. I imagine 90% of you will have got that achievement there, so that should be out of the way now. Anyway, once we start our bounty, go to the bounty board and start the bounty, and then we're going to fast travel to this fire. Please pause on the map to see where I went. Once you've done that, we're just going to head north, and we're going to open this chest if we can. And then behind this bush over here, there's actually a couple of pillars that we need to jump on, a couple of columns that we need to jump across. And this will lead us across onto this area where we will fight our next bounty, which is this bird. They are weak to fire, so do use your fire moves on them if you can. So once we've killed the bird, we're actually going to go and head over to this chest and open it if we can. There is also a key, as you can see on the minimap, so we're just going to grab that as well. We might as well grab the key, open the chest if you can. If you can't, don't worry too much about it. There's another chest around here, an iron one. We know we've got a key for that, so let's open that. Again, don't worry too much about those. Right, Let's get back to our map and fast travel back to the third village, which is in the mountains. Once we're back in this area, we're going to go back over to the bounty board. And we're going to go over to the bounty board here, cash in our bounty for the mountain hawk. And then we're going to go click back on the bounty board itself to start our next bounty. Our next bounty is the poisonous spider, so be sure to make sure you've started that before leaving the area. Once we've started it, we're going to fast travel to this marker on the map. Please do pause on the map to see where I went. Once you spawn in here, we're actually going to head over to the east. In fact, no, we can't go that way. That's where it is. It's just over there, but we have to go around. So just head to the north, across this little wooden log here. We are going to have to take on... In fact, no, we can fly around them. Yeah, either take on the wolves or fly around them like I did. It's completely up to you. Then we're going to have to come over here, and we are actually going to fight this green golem. So take on the green golem. And then just keep heading north. Up this climbing block and over the ledge. So yeah, do climb up. Hopefully it doesn't glitch as much as it does for me. Anyway, once we're up, we're going to head to the north. There are some spiders here, so we're going to have to take on these red spiders. These are weak to ice. And we're going to keep heading north and take on the next spider. And then once we've taken that one on, we're just going to keep heading north. I'm going to go across this column here, so fly across using your shield. And fly across to the next point. There is a chest there if you want to open it. And there's also a key just around the corner on the small thin part that we need to cross. Don't forget, guys, to keep your health up in case you do fall off ever anything. Anyway, keep heading around. Take on any enemies. And just keep heading east. You don't need to head down that little path there. Just keep heading to the east. And follow it round. So it starts to bend to the south. So start following it around there. And we'll come to another crossroads. So yeah, once we get to another crossroads, we are going to... Oh, in fact, here he is, Mr. Spidey, right here. This is the Shadow Spider. We're going to take the Shadow Spider on here. He is a little bit weak to ice. Do use ice moves and just keep attacking him until he's dead. Keeping in mind that you need to keep your health above halfway. So there he is, pretty straightforward. And we've got our rewards there. So once we've done that, we are actually going to fast travel back out the area, back over to the village in the northern mountains. So yeah, fast travel by using your map to the northern mountains base camp. Once you're back in the village, head over to the notice board again, the bounty notice board, and we're going to cash in our bounty, our poisonous spider bounty. And then we're going to accept the next bounty. So do click on it again, which is the Bandit Assassin. So yeah, accept the Bandit Assassin bounty. And then we're going to fast travel to this fire on the map, which is the next one up from the village. And we're going to head back on ourselves. So we're technically heading southeast, and then we're heading south when we get to this narrow passage. And the skeleton is literally just here, so we can't really go wrong with this one. I say skeleton, it's not a skeleton, it's a bounty of the bandit, not a skeleton. So yeah, it's the bandit bounty that we're looking for, sorry. So once we've killed the bandit, we can open the chest and get the bandit's knife. Again, don't be worrying too much about accessories. I am actually going to go back to the map here, and I'm going to fast travel back to the third village in the mountains again. So please do that as well. Once you've done that, we're going to head back over to the bounty board, which is just over here. So do come over and click on that and hand over your bounty. And again, we're going to come back over and click on it again to start our next bounty, which is the Skeleton Archer. See, I knew a skeleton was coming up at some point. So the Skeleton Archer, once we've done that, we're just going to quickly nip over to the shop. And we're going to buy any brave potion upgrades that we can. Or if you're still looking to upgrade your health potions, please do that instead. You don't really need to buy any of the potions themselves because you get so many after fight, so don't worry about those. Anyway, we're just going to quickly go into our equipped. You can equip any of these that you want, but I'm actually going to equip the Bandit's Knife. Just because it's a little bit better than the one that I had before. But again, don't really have to worry too much about those. Okay, so now that I've accepted the bounty, I am going to go back to the map. And I'm going to go to this fire here, which is just the next one after the village again. And this time, once I've spawned in, I'm going to head up to the north. So we're going to actually head north this time. There is a green drake just ahead. Green drakes are weak to ice, so use that if you get a chance. And then we're going to follow it round to the right here. And there's another green golem. Again, green golems are weak to ice as well, so please use that to kill him as quick as you can. Once we've killed him, we're going to climb up these blocks over here. I do seem to have a bit of trouble climbing these sometimes, so yeah, just keep jumping up. I'm trying to jump, as you can see, but for some reason it's not working because I'm facing the wrong brick, I think. But anyway, once you're up, just keep heading to the east and climb up this next big climbing wall. I am going to fast the video a bit here. I'm going to speed it up. And then I'm just going to keep heading to the east. You can get past this one, I think. Nope. To take on this green drake, it is pretty weak, so you probably just attack it with your sword. You don't really need to use any magic, but you can if you want. And then we're just going to glide over this hole. Now, if you want to climb over the wall to the left there, feel free. But you can actually make it with your glider, so it is a little bit quicker to just glide across. We're just going to take on this skeleton, which is directly to the east. And we're going to ignore the one to the south there and just keep heading to the east. And we're going to go for this little arch, narrow arch sort of way here. And we're going to climb up. I don't know why I said arch, ignore that. And we're just going to keep heading east basically. And the skeleton bounty is right here at the top of this little ledge. But yeah, take on the skeleton. That is our next bounty complete. So just head across and drop back down. And then just, in fact, where am I going? Let's fast travel out of here. Go to your map and then fast travel back to the mountain village. Once we're back in the village, we need to do what we've been doing. And we're going to go cash in our bounty. So make your way back to the bounty board over here, which is the Hunter's Mark Skeleton Archer bounty. I believe that is all the bounties in this area complete, so we can now leave this area. I'm just going to take a quick look at our quests and maybe go and do some of these, but don't you worry about that too much. You just keep doing what I'm doing and you'll get all these anyway. So we're going to go to our map. I'm going to fast travel back to the village that we've only recently been to. You'll see on my screen that I have got some quests to accept here. You won't, because my game actually crashed and made me do this again. So you'll see me talking to Enya, and you'll also see me speaking to Vinci, or Vini, whatever you want to call it. You don't need to do that because you've already started those. I'm going to come over to this bounty board over here, and we're going to start the first bounty, which is the Shadow Earth Golem bounty. So just click yes to accept that whenever you're ready. Once we started our quest, we're actually going to start heading out. In fact, let me just quickly check the shop here. I have got a bit of spare cash, so I do buy that. But again, don't worry about that at all. I don't even know why I bothered. Don't worry too much about it. You can switch these around to the ones that you best feel will work for you. But again, they're not really that impressive, so don't worry too much. It does improve the critical chance slightly. So yeah, once we've done that, we're going to start heading to the east where we haven't been before. And we're just going to jump across this lava pit. I'm going to collect this coin on the other side. And then we're just going to follow this path around here. So just keep following it around. And then we will end up in like an area with enemies and stuff with lava flowing. I'm just going to jump over the lava over here. And start to head to the north. There is a red golem to the north. So just keep following it around, and we're going to take on this red golem just to our north here. So yeah, once we have taken on the red golem, we are just going to keep heading north and follow the path which then leads to the east. We will see our Vinci guy, the artist. We're going to accept his challenge and make sure that we have walked into the fire to get that going. And the fire is actually just in this area. If you look at your mini-map, you'll see it showing you where it is, located by a gold diamond on your mini-map, which is just inside this house over here. We're actually going to pick this up, and we're going to take it back to Vinci straight away. And that will actually be our achievement for him as well. So we will no longer have to find any more paintings. This will be the last one. So take it back to Vinci. There you go. Thank you, Vinci, for your amazing artwork. So yeah, hand that in. And as I said, that will be an achievement. Or should be an achievement. It is an achievement. It just on this occasion seems to be taking a little bit longer than when I had done it before. But that is an achievement just there. It should pop at any time. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to keep heading to the west. Take on a couple of skeletons if you have to, but just keep heading west and leave the village to the west. There is a climbing wall just here on the left, which is very difficult to see and took me a while to figure out. Once you get to the top, we're just going to drop down and collect our key. And then we're going to follow it around and start heading south. You will have to glide over this lava pool over here. And then drop down. And then follow it around. And fight the red golem. So yeah, take on the red golem. We're going to go down to our skills. We're going to purchase any on the right that we haven't yet. So as you can see, we now own all the ones on the right. Which means we can concentrate on purchasing the ones on the left. Just until we got them all to get our achievement. There's no real wrong way of doing this now. Well, there never what really was. But we're just going to... Every time you get AP, I would just recommend going into your skills there and purchasing any remaining ones, just so we can get the achievement for that. You will need to climb across the climbing wall on the left there. Careful not to fall in like I did as I was leaving it. Once you get around here, you'll get to 3 red drakes. You will not be able to pass them, I don't think, so you will have to take them on. Once the red drakes are complete and we've beat them, as I said, we're going to use the rest of our AP to just keep buying whatever's left here. You may want to equip some of these, it's up to you. I was just checking there. We are, in fact I am, I'm gonna equip this one, this Gust Zither, whatever it's called. And I think I'm just gonna leave the rest as they are. And then we're just gonna head north here after we kill the 3 red drakes. And we're gonna head across this bridge through this really poorly made village area. Just keep heading north and then follow it around to the east. There is a key in the middle of this little jump here. And there's some red drakes. Again, we do need to kill drakes towards our one of our goals, our quest. So it is worth just killing them if you get the chance to, because we are collecting drake skills for doing that. I'm gonna jump over the fire there with the lava. Please use your shield to get over that. And then we're just going to head over around here. And we're going to take on these 3 red drakes just around the corner. Again, a couple more drake scales there. And then just follow it around and then start heading to the north. There is a red golem in the middle of the bridge, so we might as well take on him while we're here. Once he's dead, we're going to head across the fiery bridge. So yeah, just head across this fiery bridge here. Don't forget to get the fire the other side. As you can see, just like so. And Zoltan also likes this place as well, so make sure that he gets to see this area. Then we're going to head directly west along this narrow path. And then north up this path here too. So that was west and north. And then we're going to follow this arrow on the floor, so we're actually going to head to the east. So head east and follow it down the steps. And then head north by following the arrow again. There's a few skeletons in here. You can avoid them by just sort of walking around the outside of the room. Keep following the arrows all the way up to the top of these steps here. Now, I am actually going to change my direction a little bit here and head straight forward. I am going to take on these skeletons. Once I've done that, I'm going to head north up this path here and then follow it around and take on these goblins. If you are struggling to keep up, as I mentioned, try keep the video a little bit ahead of yourself just so you can see where I'm going. It is amazing, this building, and an absolute nightmare to keep track of, so please do follow where I've gone. So yeah, I'm just going to follow this path around and down here, all the way to the end. So just keep following down these steps here. And then we're going to start heading south a little bit again. And just in this room, we've got a few more enemies, so we're going to take those on. And then we're just going to keep following the path to the south. So even though there is one going out to the west there, we're just going to keep heading south. So turn yourself to the south and head that way. Then follow it around and up the steps and take on the skeleton there. Once the skeleton's dead, we're just going to keep following it around. So follow that around. There's a key here just on the left if you want to grab that. Once we've done that, we're actually going to follow it directly south still, following this arrow now. So follow this arrow and just keep heading up here. And then follow it around. Take on the spider. And then make your way to the golden thing on the minimap, which is right here. You will get a cutscene, so please pause the video if you'd like to watch that. I am going to cut it. Once you've got your armor, then we're going to head south. So yeah, head south and follow it round to the left there, and there is a fight that we need to do. So once we've done that, we're going to start heading to the east again here. And then directly to the south straight. First turning on the right here, we're going to head that way. So south. Then we're going to follow it around again to the right. Taking on that enemy. There is a golden key in the corner here if you want to pick it up. You might as well. Takes 2 seconds to grab it. Pick up the golden key, head south. Then head out. Oh, make sure you get the fire there. Be sure to get that fire. Follow the path around and then head to the south. And we are going to come up against the boss for the first time, the Phoenix for the first time. Don't forget, you can move left and right by pressing LB and RB on a boss. And also don't forget to use your shield whenever you get a chance to obviously defend against some of these attacks. So LB and RB to move left and right, and blocking to help keep you alive. Make sure you do keep your health above halfway. Don't attack him until he actually lands down. So he will land down in the floor eventually in front of you. You can use the other beast, the beast that you've collected, to hurt him. However, he is quite susceptible. He is quite weak towards wind attacks, so it is worth using the wind attacks that we've just equipped to attack him. But again, only use them once he's landed. So dodge and defend until he does that. Then we're going to, once we've done him, we're going to head south. So just keep heading south and following it around. There is a chest here, and once we've got that, we're going to head down and we're going to climb up this big white wall again. At the top, we do have a key waiting for us, so just keep following it around this narrow path. There is a firebird here just before we have to jump across these narrow paths, so do kill that. Once that's dead, we're going to have to jump across these columns again. I say again, meaning we've done plenty in the game, not we've been here before. But yeah, keep heading down, take on the fire golem. And then, once the fire golem's dead, we're just going to jump across towards where that gold chest is, just because it's a quicker route. I'm going to fly over. We might as well open it if you've got a key. Like that. And then we're just going to jump across these platforms here towards the birds in the distance. Heading sort of 2 o'clock direction. Take on the birds. And then when we're over here, we're going to start heading north and following that around. So head north, follow that around. Open the chest if you got a key there. And then just keep following it. We do have another golem coming up here, so we're going to take on this guy. You probably could walk around him actually if you want to. Once he's dead, we're going to head over here and keep heading up towards this narrow path. It is very dark on the screen, so hopefully you can see that. And just keep following it through this very narrow path, heading out to the east. And then we're going to climb this large wall all the way to the top there. Once we're to the top, we're just going to keep following to the east. There is a jump here, so try to be careful. Make sure you use your glide. Remember, glide doesn't last forever, so try not to jump too soon. And then when we're across, we're going to take on that enemy, collect our rewards, and then just keep heading to the east. Get to a little bit of a crossroads with a campfire, so please walk into that, and just continue to head east and north, northeast sort of direction, then a bit more of a northeast direction, and take on the enemy. And then just keep heading north, and then head east here, across the lava fire sort of pool, river. There is a key here. Once you've done that, collect the key, follow it around and take on the fire drake. And then keep heading to the east. There is another key here, I believe, at the top of this wall. So we're just going to climb this wall and collect the key when we get to the top. And then we're going to head north once we're up the top there. So get up this wall here. I don't know why I didn't speed that up on the video, but there you go. Follow it up north. Jump across here. Careful of the lava there. When you make it to the other side, feel free to open that chest and then head up and around to the east. And there is an enemy bird here, so we are going to take on this enemy bird. Shouldn't have much problem with these enemies in this area. Now we're so OP. And just keep following it over. Again, another chest there. Just keep heading to the east and climb up this large wall. Remember to obviously speed that up a little bit there. And there is a bird here. Weak to fire and wind. Sorry, not fire. Weak to ice and wind. Follow it around to the right, go under the waterfall, or should I say the lava fall, and come around here. You can, I think, avoid the birds there, but I end up getting in a fight with them anyway. And just keep following it around. I'm just going to go down to our skills and again spend what AP we have trying to get the last ones upgraded. And we're going to make our way to this fire just here. Once we've got the fire activated, we're going to keep going around, following it around. There is a golden island over there with a key and a chest on. If you're still needing any of those, you can go and get them by all means. I don't need them, so I'm not bothering. And we come up to our second Phoenix fight. Again, same principle, just keep dodging left, right, and blocking until the Phoenix lands. Once the Phoenix lands, that's when we will attack it. Okay, so just once these birds are here, attack the birds. And then once the Phoenix lands, we're going to use our wind attacks. And also our ice attacks do good damage as well. So wind and ice do really good damage. I think ice might do a little bit more damage to the Phoenix if I remember correctly. So you might want to use your ice moves actually, not your wind. Make sure you keep your health way above halfway. I nearly died there by not paying attention. So make sure you do keep your health above halfway. Once the Phoenix is dead for the second time, I say dead, once we've defeated it for the second time, we need to carry on moving on. So head to the south. Careful you don't go back on yourself there. Head to the south, you get the crazy wizard guy trying to tell you to go back again. So we're just going to ignore him. Even if he went back, we couldn't really go anywhere anyway, so, you know. Keep heading south, pick up the key as we go across the lava. I'm just going to quickly bring up my menu. Check my equipment here. Yeah, I'm going to actually switch these two around. I'm going to switch back to Nanook because obviously we know now that the Phoenix is actually weak to ice. So it makes sense to have our ice beast with us. I'm just going to go south, taking on that Drake there. And then just keep going south even more so. And then we're going to jump across this lava river. There is a key for us waiting on the other side. And a Drake just waiting for us here. So we might as well take on this Drake here. And once we've done that, we're going to actually head left down this path. And then south. There is a couple of enemies here. And also this is where we get one of the quest items, which is the hot chili pepper. So do pick up that because the lady in the village wants that towards a quest. And especially if you didn't get that achievement, you will definitely need to pick that up. If you did, it's not really a major issue, but I would recommend just doing it anyway. Once we collected that, head north and then head out to the west and just follow that path all the way across to the west, jumping across the fire holes, the fire, lava, river, whatever you want to call it. Get across that. And then once we're across that, we're actually going to head out to the south. I said out to, just head south. And just follow it down to the south. Now, there are a few jumps here, so try and get across without dying. Don't forget to use your glider as you make your way across. And once we've landed, we can open this chest, like I said, if you want. Otherwise, we're just going to take on this blue drake. And once the blue drake's dead, we're just going to follow it down. There's a key just to the right there if you want to pick it up. Otherwise, just push it around to the left. Make your way around the outside of this sort of arena area and avoid the golem. You don't need to fight it. You can if you want. And then just keep heading. No, just head to the south, should I say. And then across this sort of lava river. And there's a blue golem just waiting ahead of you. Ahead for you, should I say. So we're going to take on this blue golem. Teal. Turquoise, whatever colour you want to say it is. head up the climbing wall, and once we're through, we're going to head north into this chamber. I'm just going to quickly, in fact, go down to quests. Click on the Drake scales just to keep track of those. There is some Drakes here, so we might as well use that to our advantage and hopefully collect a Drake scale or two. We're just going to head north. Again, if you've already got your achievement for completing all the achievements in the game, for completing all the quests in the game, you don't need to do that. And we're just going to keep heading north here. I'm going to head across this fiery river, making sure we don't fall in. Remember, if you have got any damaged health, just to top up your health whenever you get a chance. Make your way to the campfire. And then we're just going to head out to the east. I nearly walked up a rock for some reason there. Thought that was the way out, but it's not. It's just to the east here. Follow it out to the east. And just keep following it round. Zoltan wants to see it from here to make sure that Zoltan gets to see it. That is the final place that you have to take Zoltan to. I haven't really been telling you about those as we've been going on too much because you kind of can't miss them. So hopefully you have been following me along and managed to get all of those. Make your way to the top of the hill. There are some birds. I did try to avoid them there, but I don't think you can. Once the birdies are done, we're just going to keep following this path around. There is a red golem just around the corner there. Once the golem's done, we're going to head over towards the golden chest in the middle. You can open it if you want, or you can just ignore it. It's completely up to you. I'm going to ignore it, just because I don't really need it anymore, and it's just taking more time than necessary. Take on the firebirds. I just waiting across the other side, and then we're just going to keep pushing and following this path around. There is another climbing wall here, so we're going to climb up that and climb to the top. There is a blue golem that we can't avoid, so I'm going to take him on. And I'm just going to keep following it around to here. Okay, I'm just going to keep heading down to this wall. And then we're just going to keep following it down further and further. There's a chest here if you want to open that. And we're just going to keep going. Now this is the last boss right here. There's a cutscene, so you may want to pause the video. And then we're going to be fighting the last boss, which is just inside this chamber. This isn't the last achievement, but it is the last boss. We will need to go and finish some more bounties and stuff, so keep that in mind. And a few more quests. So this is the last boss. Press RB and RB to move left and right. Wait till he lands before using your beast, your companion. But just keep pressing RB and RB to move left and right to avoid the fire bombs. You can block as well. I'm not sure if blocking does much, but you should be way overpowered anyway. Wait till he lands and then use Nanook to do some damage. But if you don't have Nanook, just use some ice moves. Just use your ice powers on it. You can attack while the Nanook is doing some damage as well, just to get some extra hits in there. Remember to keep your health above 50%. And just keep attacking him. And eventually you'll get him low enough where you'll have to do the button pressing scene, so don't forget to press the correct buttons. You do have to press 2 straight at the beginning, then he sort of flies up in like a spiral. When it gets to the top of the spiral, like this part here, you will have to press another button to get ready for that. So he starts flying around, and then there we go, there's the next one. And then he goes up a bit further, and you do have to press another button any second. There we go. And then you just have to tap A, and then that is the final one. That has taken the hold off of him, and that is the game technically complete. Obviously not the achievements, but the game itself is technically complete. You will get the achievement for Beastmaster and completing a Master difficult, which really wasn't that difficult, let's be honest. And once that's over, there is a bit of a video. I'm going to skip that. You should get the Blood in My Veins, which is to free all of the beasts. So you get one for completing it, get one for freeing the beast, and then it should spawn you back at this village. If not, just fast travel back to this village over here. You will get another achievement, which is the Artful Adventure, which was to help the guy get his masterpieces back. Obviously it didn't give me when it should, but it does give me at the end. For some reason I thought that's when it gave it me. Come over to the bounty board, hand over in the quest to that lady there, which is the red pepper, and then it'll come over to the bounty board and accept the next bounty. Just going to quickly check the quests. So yeah, we need to go and get the earth golem. So go to the bounty board and accept the earth golem bounty. Once we've done that, we're going to fast travel to where I just did. Make sure you follow that on the map there. So pause the video if you need to see where I went. Once we spawn in this area, we're going to head to the west and follow it down this corridor, which then leads to a little bit to the north. So follow it around to the north, and then there is a passage that leads off to the left, leads off to the west. So we're just going to head down this one. There is a few enemies here which I don't think we can avoid, so we may as well just take them on if we can't. Oh, actually, yes we can. And then the one that we're looking for is just here, right in front of us, in this little corner. We're going to take on this guy. He is weak to ice. However, he is one of the strongest bounties in the game, so he does take quite a beating. So do consider that when fighting him. So just do as much damage as you can. And just keep whacking him and whacking him and whacking him. And whenever you get a chance, use your ice attack. As I mentioned, he is probably one of the more difficult bounties in the entire game, so it does take a little while. So do be sure to keep your health above halfway. And whenever you get to use your magic, please do that. Don't forget to use your potions, your yellow potions from time to time to actually get your magic up a little bit quicker so that you can use those magic attacks more frequently. And just keep going and going and going. He's probably more difficult than the last boss, to be fair. You wouldn't think so, but he was. Anyway, and once he's dead, which is now, we have completed that bounty. So, yeah. Got a lot of AP there. If you still need to upgrade any of your skills, go to your skills and upgrade those. And hopefully you've upgraded them all, and therefore you will get your achievement. If you haven't upgraded them just yet, don't worry. We still are going to be earning more AP as we go. AP, CP, whatever it is. Anyway, once you've upgraded all those, you will get an achievement. So if you haven't got that just yet, maybe try working on that a little bit, but don't worry too much about it, because we are still fighting bounties, which give us quite a bit of that point. So anyway, and in the bounty to the bounty board just there. And accept the next bounty, which is the mountain wolf. And once we've accepted that, we do need to fast travel out of here, so make sure you go to your map. If you follow me to where I fast travel to, which is this one on the map. And once we've done that and we load it in, we will be in this area here. In fact, I've gone to the wrong one, so please follow me again. Sorry about that. It should be this one, which is here. We're going to head south down this little corridor, and we come up against the enemy just here, which is a red drake. So we're going to take on that red drake. Still collecting drake scales, so that's worth killing drakes for those if you haven't got them all yet. You'll notice that all the lava rivers are now gone, so you can actually run straight across. You haven't got to worry too much. And we're going to climb this wall here, which leads up to the top. There is a coin just there, key just there if you want to collect that. Then we're going to head south and follow it around. There is a chest which I'm avoiding. Cross this little lava river which is no longer there. And we're just going to follow it around and continue to head south. And there is a wall that we need to climb here. In fact, this is the glitched one. For some reason, you cannot climb this wall. I don't know why. It is glitched. So I had to go a different way. If you can climb that, it may be quicker. But I would recommend just follow me anyway. So go back to your maps and actually follow me on the maps all the way to this one here. Don't know why it won't allow you to climb that. But anyway, spawn at this one. We'll make a way around to a different path to get there. So just follow it around here. And just keep following this narrow path as we make our way around the side of this mountain here. And just keep following it around. And yeah, just keep going. And yeah, just keep going through these mushrooms and stuff. You make your way across this now dried up lava river. And down here, there's a red drake waiting. You might as well take him on. Hopefully you'll get another scale if you haven't got them all already. And just keep following it down across this other dried up river. And just keep going down. There's a blue drake. We're going to take on the blue drake. And then we're going to immediately turn right, which is heading to the west. And across this previously frozen river. Or is now frozen, previously not. And we're going to head south again here. No, actually tell a lie. Don't go that way towards the golem. I think we're actually heading north. Let me just quickly check. Sorry, yeah. So keep going to the west and then head north towards this golden key. And once we collect the key, we're going to keep heading north and following it around to the west. And it will start to head south again, so start heading south and follow the path all the way. Again, it would have been a lot quicker if we could have climbed that wall, I think. But we're just going to follow it around this way anyway. There is an enemy here, which is, oh, this is actually the enemy. I couldn't really see it on my screen because it was quite dark on my laptop. So this is the wolf that we're actually looking for, which is the bounty. So once we killed that wolf, that is actually our bounty. So we're going to fast travel again. So we're going to fast travel back to the village. Once we're back at the village, we're going to back to the bounty board and cash this in. And that's the mountain wolf 1 complete. We're going to click back on the bounty board. And now we're going to have to fight the Firehawk. We're going to go back to our map. And we're actually going to go to the very last one on the lava area, which is the volcano. And we're going to actually go through a little bit of a glitch I found here, which is actually the quickest way. So head back this way and it should be blocked. But we can actually jump up to the right here. So just jump around to the right here and fly down back to the path just there. If for any reason you can't get around there, just go to the second from last lava fire and make your way back towards the end. So yeah, just keep following it down. There is a bird here, so we're just going to take him on. Once the bird's dead, we're going to keep going around on the path. No rest for the wicked and all that. I am actually going to equip the Epos Phoenix as my companion, just because we need to use all these at least once to get an achievement. And because I've got it fully updated already, fully loaded, I'm just going to use it now. If you don't have yours fully sort of ready, just fight some enemies until you got that up. Taking damage also fills it, so you might want to take a bit of damage as well. Just make sure that you keep your health above halfway. But if you do have a full bar, just use it there. It doesn't really hurt the enemies, keep that in mind. The Phoenix doesn't, it's there to heal you. So yeah, just use the Phoenix and you will get an achievement for using all of the beasts. If you haven't used them all, please go and use each one. So the dragon, the abominable snowman, the desert sort of abominable, not desert snowman, and then the Phoenix, and I feel like I'm missing one, and your friend, which is the archer lady. Be sure to use all of those to get your achievement. Anyway, I hope you saw that I was too busy rambling on about the other thing that I forgot to tell you, that we're about to kill the beast, the bounty. The bounty was there. It was that dark bird just on those stones, as you saw me. So hopefully you followed along there and killed that bounty bird. Fast travel back to the village and come over to the bounty board and cash in your bounty. And you will get your achievement for Bounty Hunter, which is to complete all the bounties in the game. And I've just saved you hours and hours of running around in circles trying to figure out where those are, guys. So yeah, anyway, what we're going to do is going to fast travel to this point on the map, so please follow along. And we're actually going to take Zoltan home here, so hopefully you visited all the areas that Zoltan needs to go to. Once you fast travel to the second village, just head slightly down a bit and you'll see him on the map, this green guy over here. This is Zoltan's owner. We need to go and speak to him. We need to hand Zoltan back, which is the small rock companion that we've had with us all along. And that will return Zoltan, and we should get an achievement for taking Zoltan to all the places that he wanted to visit, which is Little Rocky Holiday. And that is actually the last achievement in the game. If for any reason you haven't got all the achievements, it might be that you need to do a few more quests, so just pause the game and go to your quest, or you could be missing just a few things. But overall, you should be pretty close to having all the achievements in the game. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please comment if you need any further assistance and I'll be happy to help. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in another video very soon. Take care.
Boss Fight Gaming. You lose. Game over.